What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. As always, I want to remind you guys that if you want to donate to this channel, if you want to show support to this channel, you can in the link provided in the description box. And I also want to thank everybody that has donated to this channel and has shown love to this channel. It's much appreciated. Now, in this video, man, I want to talk about something that I've observed over the past several years, man, and it's that, in my opinion, I think that Kevin Durant haters are significantly worse than LeBron haters, in my opinion. You know, there are exceptions to that rule, of course. There are some people who go beyond just criticizing LeBron James on court play and get into this man's personal life, calling him a liar and, about certain things, calling him a fraud when it comes to his philanthropy and, just ridiculing him, making fun of his hairline, derisive comments. And, when it gets to that point, yeah, you're a straight hater. When you have nothing good to say about someone, then you're a hater. Straight up. Okay. But what I notice about Kevin Durant haters is they don't stick to what they don't like about him as a basketball player. It's not about him being a basketball player. It's about off the court stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's never predicated on his game. It's always about, well, he's a snake, or he did this, or he betrayed his teammates, or he did that, or look how he snaked this guy, or look how he says, does these things, says these things in the media, and look how he uh, trying to, just basically, like, they stick to him being this nefarious, black Richard Nixon like type character, devious, just that type shit, And it's never about basketball because if you're talking about basketball, there's really nothing to criticize with Kevin Durant. Offensively, he just may be the best pure scorer in the history of the NBA. I'm not saying the best player, but he just may be the best pure scorer in the history of the NBA. He's literally nearly a walking career 50, 40, 90 guy. For his career, he's 49% from the floor. He's over 38% from three-point range in his career. And he's, the last time I checked, the 15th greatest free throw shooter in the history of the NBA at 88% plus. He's one of the greatest shooters in the history of the NBA. And until he got injured this playoffs, he was the MVP of the playoffs. He had the lone 50-point game in this playoffs. All right. I think he had a couple of other 40-point games. And until he got injured, he was the MVP of the playoffs. And you can make the strong argument that if the Warriors had Kevin Durant, a healthy Kevin Durant, on their roster now, it would be probably them with the three games to one lead and winning the championship in the last game. But without Kevin Durant, you see what happens. The Warriors go from being a dynasty to a championship caliber team. Okay? Without him. Sort of like Moses Malone, when he joined the Sixers, he made them a dynasty type team. If it wasn't for the fact that he joined that team a little bit too late, by the time he joined that team, Dr. J was already in his mid 30s. If that had been the 27-year-old Dr. J that had joined that team, trust me, that Sixers team would have been a dynasty. They would have been playing the Lakers in the finals all the way into the late 80s. But Moses Malone made that team into a dynasty style type team that year. Without him, they still were a championship caliber team, But you get my point. Now, the point is, there's nothing for them to criticize about him as a basketball player. He's already debunked all of that shit about him being soft by his performance, his Willis Reed like performance on Monday night. That's dead. Anybody that want to call him a cupcake and soft, that's dead. There's no load management with Kevin Durant. Okay, he chose to come out there. That's another thing. You got people that are telling me, "Oh man, you believe that he put that out there?" Well, what makes you believe he didn't put that out there? Oh man, that's the organization putting it up. Man, get out of here with that, man. So the organization, the organization ordered Kevin Durant to put out that uh, text, or what I'm saying, or that message about him being the one that chose to come out there and play. Like, I mean, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about when I say Kevin Durant haters. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a guy that wrote on his, what was it, Instagram? I think it was Instagram, but he put that out there. Wrote on his Instagram that he chose to come out there and play. No one pressured him to play. He chose to play, but people still choose to believe, nah, man, the organization did that. But if we want to say that LeBron James has something to do with Magic Johnson leaving, you got no evidence of that, man. Y'all some haters. Y'all got no evidence that LeBron James behind that. See, that's the hypocrisy of these motherfuckers. They always want to have that moral high ground when it suits them. But, you know what I'm saying? When there's evidence to show that they're wrong, they still want to believe some conspiracy theory. That's the hypocrisy of some of these motherfuckers, man. You know what I'm saying? But the point being is this, too. A lot of people say a lot of LeBron haters are really Michael Jordan fans. Talking about like somebody like me, right? But let's be honest. A lot of Kevin Durant haters are really LeBron James fans. And they really hate Kevin Durant. Really hate him for one reason and one reason alone. All the other shit is smoke and mirrors. The real reason they hate Kevin Durant is Ticket TV has always said they hate Kevin Durant because Kevin Durant outdid LeBron James in his own game. LeBron James has always been known in some people's eyes for going to what he thinks is the best opportunity to win a championship. Kevin Durant went to the best opportunity to win a championship, which was going to the Golden State Warriors. And by staying with the Golden State Warriors, it's going to provide a block to LeBron James for winning championships because Kevin Durant, I don't think, is quite 31 years old yet. He's either 30 or 31 years old. So he's still in his prime area. LeBron James is 34 going on 35 years old. So his winning opportunity is shrinking and shrinking. And the longer Kevin Durant stays with the Warriors, the chances of LeBron James winning another title are dropping. That's why the media wants to push this narrative for Kevin Durant to go to the Knicks because he wants to go to join one of the worst teams in the NBA so they can have some rebuilding process. It's going to take a couple of years. And in their minds, even the playing field so that AD can come join LeBron with the Lakers so they can give him a quote unquote fighting chance. You know what I'm saying? But I'm starting to think that's not going to happen now, especially now that he suffered his injury. Because more likely now, Kevin Durant's going to stay with the Warriors. And if Kevin Durant's with the Warriors and he regains his health, no more rings for Mr. James. It's not going to happen. Mm-mm. That's a wrap. And and the media is very slanted for James. I mean, you got it to the point now where when I look at these shows, I see nothing but former LeBron James teammates. Nothing but former LeBron James teammates, man. You know what I'm saying? Richard Jefferson, uh, Damon Jones. Um, what's the other one, man, that played with LeBron James? He's one of the worst nut huggers I ever seen in my life, man. I can't think of his name, man, but he looks like Richard Jefferson. You know, various other players, man. And it's sad, man. It's really sad to have all these dudes in the media harping for one guy to win a ring. I've never seen the media ever strategize, have segments where they strategize about how a guy can win championships. I've never seen that before. I've never seen growing up in the '90s looking at inside stuff, seeing Amar Rashad and Willow Bay talk about, well, how can the Bulls get better so they can win more titles? I've never seen anything like that before in my life until this era. Never seen anything before like in my life, man. But the proof is in the pudding. The last couple of finals that Kevin Durant was healthy, he kicked LeBron James' ass. Okay? He kicked his ass. LeBron put up some nice stats, you know what I'm saying? But all in all, in the last two finals, LeBron James lost 8 out of his last 9 games. And in the one finals that he did win, he had to run to the NBA. Him and fat ass Brian Windhorst, they had to run to the NBA, and the league officials and showed Draymond Green doing what he did, and they got Draymond Green suspended for Game 5. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But in my mind, Kevin Durant haters are far worse, man. They're far worse than LeBron haters because it has nothing. It has very little to do with their dislike of him as a basketball player. It's personal because Kevin Durant is hurting their favorite player from winning more titles. That's all it is to it. They can't stand that shit. They can't stand it. That's what it's all about. You strip everything away from it. That's what it's about. Then finally, his haters, Kevin Durant haters in media, started this ridiculous narrative in the playoffs after Durant got injured, by the way, with the calf injury. Well, I mean, according to let me put out an interesting statistic. This is Chris Broussard. Let me show you an interesting statistic. In games that Kevin Durant has missed since joining the Warriors and Curry has played, they're 27-1. That doesn't sound like they're a better team with Kevin Durant. I say they're better without him. Did he not say that? Did he not say that? You start hearing people say, "Well, they're a better team without him. The ball movement, the chemistry, and all of this. They're a better team. No, they're a different team without him. They're a different team. But trust me, that shit is misleading. That's like motherfuckers bringing up like Colin Cowherd with his idiotic ass. The Raptors are 17-5 this season without Kawhi Leonard. Statistically, that's a better winning percentage. So, Colin Cowherd, you're telling me that without Kawhi Leonard in this playoffs, that if Kawhi Leonard wasn't playing for the Raptors, they would already have won the title because they'd be a better team without him? I mean, do people look at the fact that maybe in a lot of those 22 games that he didn't play, they were playing sub 500 teams? Or maybe, what I'm saying, they were playing some teams that had uh, played the second of back-to-backs? Do people look at shit like that? No, they don't. I don't care what that record said. This finals proved definitively for the final time that they are not a better team without Kevin Durant. If it wasn't for Kevin Durant's emotional performance, his gutsy performance, they would have lost that game. He is their best player. Stephen Curry has said it. Draymond Green has said it. Klay Thompson has said it. I believe DeMarcus Cousins has said it. Steve Kerr has said it. He is their best player. Bow down, respect it. Kevin Durant is the best player in the NBA. I was saying this Kawhi Leonard, but I think I was wrong on that one. Kawhi is the second best player in the NBA. Kevin Durant, when healthy, is the best player in the NBA. Your boy, LeBron James, is no longer the best player in the NBA. Accept it. He's not the best player anymore. His day